If you're running Facebook ads for your restaurant, you may be making some of these mistakes that I see all the time. It's very frustrating for me because I know that you're spending money running ads and you should be getting a return on it. But there's a couple mistakes I see people make all the time. So stay tuned in this video to learn what these mistakes are and what maybe you should be doing instead to correct it. Number 3 is the big one that will really make a difference for your restaurant. Hey, my name's Court from Cody Media. I help restaurant owners get butts in seats with digital marketing. And just real quick, if you are getting value out of these videos, please consider hitting the subscribe and like button below. That'll help more people discover this channel so we can help more restaurants get butts in seats. So the number one thing that I see people having a problem with is targeting. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, Facebook makes it so easy to hit the boost button, right? You just hit that boost button and you can boost it. But they give you some options around who you want to see. What's the targeting? And I am not kidding. I consistently see ads for restaurants. And when I click on it, I realize it is in another state. For example, today I saw one in Dallas. I clicked on it, it was pizza, it looked really good. I'm in Kansas City. I looked at it and I clicked on it and I saw they're in Dallas. And it was an ad. It was an ad. And so that restaurant wasted money on me seeing that ad, and I'm never gonna be a customer there. So when you're running ads, you wanna make sure your targeting is very specific on who your actual customers are going to be. That restaurant spent money on me, I'm never gonna go, they wasted it. So what should you be thinking? Well, think about how far people would drive to come to your restaurant, all right? Now, I work with, there's a credit card processor company that I work with, and some of the restaurants that use that processor have access to a heat map of credit cards. And so we can get on there and we can see the zip codes where the credit cards are coming from. So if you have a tool like that, have access to it, it's a really cool thing to do. And so that's what you should do, is look at that heat map. Where are people coming from? It was really interesting when we did that because we saw that that there were some places that credit cards were coming from that we were not running ads at. We were like, well, we should run more ads there because there are people coming from there. And so that can tell you a lot too. I think the big mistake people are doing when they're boosting is there is an option that says, show this to all of our followers and their friends. Anybody who likes this page and their friends. Because I think that's what's happening. I am seeing posts from pages that my friends like, right? So when I see a post in Texas, it's because I have a friend down there that likes that page. That's gotta be the reason why it's happening. So make sure you are crystal clear on targeting the actual people. So, and going back to my earlier point about the heat map, I'm in Kansas City. I'm in a suburb of Kansas City. I'm actually like 30 minutes from downtown Kansas City. If there's a restaurant out here, I would say people drive, 10, 15 minutes to get to a restaurant. I mean, not super far unless it's a big occasion. So what I usually do, restaurants we work with, is target about 3 to 5 mile radius around the restaurant. That gives us a really good population of people that are probably gonna be the ideal customers. Someone that lives in 30 minutes away in another suburb 30 minutes away probably isn't gonna come to the pizza place over here by me. All right. Now, you may be saying, well, I live in a rural community or I live in a small town. Well, think about how far people drive to come to your restaurant, right? So maybe there they do drive 20 or 30 minutes to come to a restaurant. So you might want to have a bigger radius, a bigger area that you're showing the ad to make sure that those other towns around you are seeing the ad as well. So that's number 1. Make sure you are targeting your ideal people. Number 2 is my pen is running out. We want to stop people scrolling. What do I mean by that? Stop the scroll. We are scrollers by nature on our phones, on our devices. People are just scrolling on Facebook and Instagram. Your job when you're running ads is to get people to stop on your post and check it out. Now, people have become numb to ads. All right, when we're on Facebook or Instagram, we're looking at things that are pictures of our kids or our friends or things like that. And when we come across something that looks really professional, really hyper produced, we get a sense that it's an ad, and we kind of just scroll on by. It doesn't look like everything else. You know what I'm saying? Or if it doesn't grab my attention at all, if it's a terrible picture or it's just some words, it does nothing, to really grab my attention, that's another problem too. So your job is to stop people scrolling. How can you do that? Well, I always rely on my 3 Ps. I've done multiple videos about it. People, product, process. I love showing that and make it look real. Have the people in your restaurant in the post. Show the product, show the process. What does it look like to make the burgers or to make a drink? Your bartender making a drink. Show that, and that's gonna get a lot more people's attention and get them to stop scrolling. Then, once they stop scrolling, this is the big one that I see people make a mistake on. It's CTA, call to action. What are you asking people to do? What action do you want them to take with your ad? And this is where I see people drop the ball all the time, because this is where you can get the ROI. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Your call to action could be click this link and go to our online ordering page, all right? That is a call to action. Now, the problem with that is if people are on their phones, let's say 12 o'clock at night, and they're just scrolling and they see that, and it's, hey, go order here, 12 o'clock at night, I'm not gonna order from you probably. So what we do instead, and this is a better way to do a call to action, is to click a button we give them an offer, like a buy one pizza, get one free. They click the button, that's the call to action. Click this button to get a buy one, get one free pizza. They click it, and then it sends them into Facebook Messenger, and this is what we do with the restaurants we work with, and we collect their email address and phone number, and then we send them offers, send them future offers so that that we can stay in contact with them, and it gets them an incentive to come into the restaurant. And that's the ROI. If you're running Facebook ads and you're spending money, for every dollar you spend, you should be able to make $2. And that's how you do it. You do it by building a database, getting people off of Facebook, and driving them in to spend money with you. Again, you probably heard me say you can't put likes and shares in the bank. So making sure you have a clear call to action is really, really key. So those are my 3 mistakes I see people making all the time. If you have questions about how to do Facebook ads for your restaurant, or if you're a marketing agency that works with restaurants, drop a comment below or reach out to me, send me an email. I'd love to chat with you. It's court@codingmediakc.com. Love to get to know more about you and what you're doing and see how we can help. So hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.